Hi YouTube, what's up? This is gonna be no stream. This is just a YouTube video. Ignore the bed, okay? This is where I sleep, okay? Because it's a coma. It's a coma couch. Amir passes me out. I'm gonna be doing a patch rundown. This is mainly for friends because I'm tiny and I have like 9 subscribers. But this is for just what I think about the patch. This is just a format I want to get used to. I haven't seen barely any of the patch notes. I know the Swain rework comes out. And I know the Swain rework comes out at some point. I don't know if it's this patch. I'm pretty sure it's this patch. And I know they did something to stopwatch. That's all I know. At a baseline. And I really like watching like LS's patch reviews. I like watching I used to watch. Didn't Dom used to do it? I don't know. I like watching LS do the patch rundowns. I think he's funny. And I feel like it's just good content. It's easy. But this is obviously for friends. What I think about it. I'm gonna try and put it out the day I make it, because a patch rundown like a week in to the patch, not a very good thing. I'm looking at myself. I don't know. It's fine. We're gonna do it though. Here it goes. Okay. This is the MSI patch. I'm not that into MSI. I don't like watching international. I'm not a big fan of watching international stuff, because it's just China and Korea stomping everyone with like every Twitch chat being just full of just EU people shitting at NA people and NA people shitting at EU people. It's just not fun to watch. I'm a bigger fan of just like just regional stuff, like in nation stuff. International stuff's kind of boring, except for Worlds. Worlds is always hype. We're played on May 10th. Okay, I was like, isn't today May 10th? I don't know what I'm talking. I'm broken on the inside. Versus a mix of champion buffs and nerfs to the champ. I want to see a Gangplank nerf. I want to see an Everfrost nerf, and I want to see a Zhonya's nerf. There's a bunch of other AD items. I think Gangplank is lane kingdoming it too much. Like he's too easy in lane, like too safe to play. Tank junglers are starting to see Zhonya's Hourglass. Not tank junglers, just tanks in general are starting to see Zhonya's Hourglass in their recommended page because it's a higher efficiency item. Like lasting 2.5 seconds longer invincible is more effective than building like a tank item, which is stupid. It's dumb. It shouldn't be like that. And the only way you can interpret that is either there's too much damage in the game, tank items suck, or Zhonya's overpowered. Pick one. They're all correct. It just pick one reason to think about, and it's fine. Like it doesn't have to be that deep. Gangplank is too easy in lane. You just put a barrel down and farm and Q with grasp, first strike, fleet footwork if you want to. Not really. Fleet footwork, grasp kind of does the same thing for Gangplank. It doesn't matter. He's too easy in lane for how hard he scales. He's got global pressure with his R, and he just one-shots people. Like 2 items. It's unhealthy. I'm expecting an Aatrox nerf. He's kind of I'm not ready for one because I play Aatrox, but I'm expecting an Aatrox nerf. He's kind of just also been lane kingdoming it, where he's just too like he doesn't have any bad matchups besides like Aurelia, but Aurelia top isn't good right now. There you go. Oh, and I think Everfrost is gonna get a nerf. I think like two of the strongest mid laners this patch are Ahri and Veigar, and they both build Everfrost. So I don't know if it's the champions. It's probably the champions, but Everfrost is definitely broken. It's definitely too cheap of an item that you get from it. All right, we'll go back to this. Mythic content. I don't care about mythic content. I don't care about milestones. Prestige Lunar Eclipse Senna. Doesn't Senna already have a Prestige edition or a Prestige skin? Kind of weird, but Senna's a baddie. She gets a pass. Wow. What are these nerfs? Oh my god. Good lord. Skilled gameplay for Soraka nerf. Okay. Jinx nerf, Soraka nerf, Xayah nerf, and a Kai'Sa adjustment. Oh, and I knew there's a Kai'Sa adjustment. Kai'Sa and Swain adjustment with 1,000,000 buffs and a bunch of skins. Oh, hey. I hope this. Oh, I think I know what this is. I talked to this with my friends. Swain mid-scope update. General back. Yeah, yada, 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 yada. In addition to the goal for this midscope is to thus revive his fantasy as a master strategist and dark demonic diplomat rather than someone who must rely on others to execute his plans. Okay, well, that's a weird thing to say because I think Swain is greatest with people around him because that's how his passive works. That's what his strengths are. That's what he brings to like the league roster, right? And I think that kind of fits like the dark diplomat, right? Like he's not an assassin. He's not supposed to be operating by himself. That's not what diplomats do. Or generals of an evil nation. He has people do his work for him. In addition to mana buffs across all his abilities, cool. I don't care. Mana isn't a stat in season 12, which is fine. My main champs are Aatrox and Set, which don't use mana for a reason. Can no longer pull enemies CC'd by allies. I don't like this. Swain is really, really bad as a solo laner. He's really weak. He's slow. He's really short range to max out his damage. And he responds, like, before 6, he responds very terribly to aggression. Top lane, a Riven, Aatrox, a Jace, a Tryndamere. Before 6, he's dead. He makes one misstep, and for how long top lane is, anything, like any misstep made by Swain, he's dead. Because any CC he doesn't last that long, and it pulls people closer to him if he decides to. Which is why he's strong bot lane, which I think he's, cool bot lane. He can work well with other it's okay, I was already over this. More healing from fragments. Cool. That's part of the Drain Tank fantasy that he's got going on as well. More health per fragment by over double, 5 to 12. Can no longer use passive Ravenous Flock to pull and rip out soul fragments from a mobilized enemy. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure that gets moved to his E. That sucks. So what I'm understanding is that like Swain support's just gone, which is like his meta role, which I like him in. That sucks. Like more maximum health. That makes him way tankier if he wins lane. Damage per bolt goes up by 5 per rank, but the AP ratio is down by 2%, which I don't even know why you would touch the abilities at that point. Like, why touch the damage numbers? Wow, it's down 2 seconds by level 1. That's crazy. Bonus damage per additional bolt. Was it that per percent? The bonus damage per additional bolt. Goes from 324, 96% AP to 348, 70% AP. This is just a nerf, no? This is just a straight up damage. It's an early game buff for like wave clear, mana management. Like it's a beautiful ability. Or level 1s to like 3. But when you get late game, which is when Swain becomes a monster, this is just a nerf, no? This is a massive nerf for damage at least, but he's got, I'm sure. This ability barely got touched. You don't use this ability ever in lane. You don't max it often either, so the mana cost going down by 30 at rank 1 or rank 5. It doesn't really matter. But it's a good ability. I like it. I like the long range. Can now be recast to pull all champions rooted by as E. Never move. Ripping out 1 soul fragment from each of them. Okay. Swain's pulls no longer deal damage. Seems like he's losing a lot of damage in his basic kit. Never moves cooldown is reduced by 20% during his R. Wow. It's already a really low cooldown since he likes to stack it. Like it's not uncommon to see a Swain with Liandry's or Everfrost and the Ionian boots, the CDR boots. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is where all of his damage is. This is where all of his like power is being like no damage on his pull, and lowered late game damage on his Q. This is where all the damage is going into. The cooldown going down by 120 from 120 seconds to 100, just level 1 or like level 6, just rank 1 ulti. That's huge. And then at level 3 ulti, 60 seconds with all the CDR he builds. That's in every mage item besides Void Staff and Rabadons, which he's probably gonna get at this point. Since this seems to be massively, yeah, okay, like way more healing, Wow. He's a level 16 champ. I think this guy might be harder scaling than Kale. Or at least might be in the running. This is insane. He's gonna have ulti up permanently. No longer gains bonus health. That's fine. He no longer doubles the health gain from soul fragments. Oh, that's kind of sucks. That makes his passive buff kind of just useless, doesn't it? He's way squishier with his ulti. Okay, well, I mean, he heals way more, right? So I guess like the effective HP is like about even if you last the whole duration. Oh, never mind. Demon power. Activating grants 50 demon power, which decreases an initial 10 per second. So lasts 5 seconds. There are 5 seconds of demonic ascension. Demon power decreases faster at a rate of 15 per second. And gains 20 per demon power per second while draining enemy champions. Okay, so in a team fight, does it still target only 3 people? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Steel cut this. Oh, wait, life force of all nearby enemies. Okay, never mind. I was mistaken. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, so this is crazy. He's a press R champ. He could press R, Zhonya's in the middle of a fight. I might start playing this guy top lane, just to sack top, and then just scale into late game and hit R and go get some more fucking coffee or something. This is insane. This is basically infinite ulti, and it doesn't matter if the cooldown starts on cast or starts whenever his ulti ends. It doesn't matter. Rank 16, rank 2, with how much CDR Swain's gonna get in his build. You could build pure utility items, and maybe you could just skip Rabba ever. This is insane. We're gonna be seeing. Oh, and it's this guy. Damage goes up by a massive amount. Oh my god! No longer deals additional damage based on health drain from enemies. Okay, that makes sense. After 2 seconds of demonic ascension, which is even if you're not even hitting anybody with the ultimate, because it lasts 5 seconds at a base, can recast his ultimate and can only be cast once. It does not end it. I like this. I think this is cool. We're gonna see. This is clearly gonna get a nerf. This is too strong. But this is insane. This is a really good direction for solo lane Swain. But this is obviously the like the late game issue, right? Most games where people who have brains play the game don't get past 2 items, 2.5 items. 3 items is considered late game. This is insane. This is insane. This is an insane buff. If Kale, this is like if Kale can get the level 16 though. Like he's turning into a Kale champ. He has less damage. He heals more. But this is less damage. Less CC or less team fight ability early game. But as soon as he hits level 11, maybe. I don't know. I have to see his ulti in game to see at rank 1. But this is crazy. This is going to be an insane team fighter late game. This is crazy. But I think it's like a Kale situation where he's going to be useless for a long fucking time. But who knows? This is going to be. I'll keep my eye out for this. I might play it a lot. This looks really, really fun. Might not have been just a straight up nerf. Bard. Damage buff. Cool. I like Bard. I think Bard doing damage is fine since he's so hard to play. He's like a short range playmaker. Obviously not counting his ulti and his E. But like for the large majority of the time, Bards can get pretty in there. And him not doing damage, like he could do like a fed roaming Bard just running in there. His auto Q, so much damage. There's Bards running around there with like electric Q, yeah, and just auto Q. It's like with a Meep, it's so much damage. So him getting 5 damage per Meep, and the damage goes up by 2 per 5 chimes. I don't actually know if 2 is. I mean, like he gets a lot of chimes, right? Like, what is he gonna have, like 60 chimes late game? Maybe even more than that. And more heals on his W. His W is a useless ability. It's like it's a move speed buff. You don't recognize the heal. Maybe if he builds Moonstone. Who knows? This doesn't matter. This does nothing. But this is cool. This is more early game power, and like Bard is all about his passive damage. So this is cool. I like this. I want to see more Bards. Ezreal cooldown R. Wait, what? Ezreal cooldown now decreases with rank. Wow, really? 120. Like his Ezreal only builds CDR. I don't think there's a single item that Ezreal doesn't build now that doesn't give CDR. Uh, yeah, there isn't a single item that Ezreal. Maybe if he gets Bork, but like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if I will see an Ezreal with 100 ability haste. So late game, and his Q, which reduces all of his cooldowns down by 1.5 seconds. I'm not gonna expect like a massive uptime on Ezreal though, on Ezreal ulti, just because of how much he gets his ulti anyway, and how much CDR he buys. But this is nice. I haven't been seeing a lot of Ezreals. I think he's just a random one-shot champion at 3 items, and he scales really late game, like an Ezreal Q late game with all the armor pen he gets with Seralda's, and if he wants to, he gets Duskblade if he wants to. Yeah, this is I don't mind this. Ezreal's one of those champions that he can just basically build whatever item he wants and it'll work out for him. So it's not bad. I don't mind this. Definitely not changing any matchups. I think his win rate's gonna go up because just because they buffed his numbers. Like he's literally a better champ than he was before. I just don't this doesn't change any of his like matchups. Doesn't change whether or not he wins or loses some matchups. So just more ultis. It's not bad. It's more fun for the Ezreal player. Fiddlesticks buff. I don't think this does anything. Fiddlesticks doesn't heal. I mean, 70%. So like increasing healing, like everybody will build anti-healing, right? So this isn't actually a huge buff. It's nice and it's whatever. But Fiddlesticks usually one-shots most people before they can even move or react when he plays correctly or everything's like the situation goes right for him. So him healing at full HP with 3 one-shot carries, 3 carries around him, they got 1 shot. I don't think it matters. It's nice though. It's whatever. I think Fiddlesticks is broken, but this doesn't make him any better. Jhin. Why are they touching his For some people to put on a show, Jhin hasn't been performing all that well. We're giving him more power to set the stage, especially when he catches someone stepping out of place. We're also helping him clear camps faster with his W and his E, so he can get Jhin to a 44. 4, get it? Because he's Jhin. 4 4s. W root duration increase, good. It's 0.25 seconds at all ranks, cool. No longer damage against monsters, no longer reduced by 25%. I didn't even know it did that. I didn't even know he had that modifier. I don't think he cares. The root duration going up though is good. Makes him better with certain bot lane combos like Jhin Karma, Jhin Morgana, Jhin Lux. Just good. Wow, down by 4 seconds. That's huge for a champ. Like this builds up charges, and this is huge for a champion that doesn't get CDR ever, and for an ability that goes up to 2 charges. That's huge. That's huge. Lotus, the first Lotus trap damage no longer reduced by 35% of damage. Fuck. First Lotus trap damage no longer reduced by 35% against monsters. Why does he have that modifier in the first place? Do we have a problem with Jhin W one-shotting red buff or something? Does it matter? Base health though, we're just I don't know. This is good though. I like this. I like the cooldown and the root duration. I don't know about these monster effects. We're never gonna see Jhin jungle. Like that's never gonna be a thing. But I guess it's better clear against mid game. There's clear like getting red buff by himself. Jinx base health decreased. Cool. Jinx has been super strong all season because of lethal tempo. She finally has a good rune to take. She's been really strong and competitive and solo queue. And minus 50 HP at level 1. This is huge. She got a buff to her base health a while ago. I guess they take that away. Good. This is gonna make Karma ult Q level like early, like in lane, just absolutely just one shot her. She's gonna not respond to aggression very well at all. This is like 2 auto attacks from like a support and like an auto attack and a half from like carries and stuff like D-Blade buyers. This is a lot of HP missing. I don't think I've ever seen a base health decreased by this much. That's crazy. But good. Jinx is really strong, and this is going to make her really weak early. Kaisa, AP Kaisa sucks. I hate saying AP Kaisa. I think it's dog shit. I think you dodged her W once late game and she sucks ass. You can't do anything. Passive AP ratio increase. Good. W AP ratio decrease. Good. R AP ratio increase. Likes to burst out enemies by spamming W from afar. Yep. Kind of annoying. Kaisa mid is useless. You wait 35 minutes for her to get one shot or miss position with her ulti. And it's only really funny when she lands like 3 W's on like an Ezreal or something. But good. Okay, they're making her her pass, like they're not, like they're still, like this is all just AP ratio. Like AD Kaisa literally isn't touched here. But like every Kaisa should build Nashers, right, to get the W increase anyway. So at least they benefit off of the AP ratio here on her ulti and the AP ratio going up on her passive. Just 25 AP down on her W. That's good. AP Kaisa isn't destroyed because they like the passive's going up, and that's the real damage dealer. Good. I just don't like AP Kaisa. So this like just upfront damage getting nerfed should stop AP Kaisa from being so popular. Kassadin, since the nerf in his passive in 11.24b, I don't even know when that was, has been noticeably weak. We're improvising the strength as the counter mage by buffing his active abilities rather than his always on passive. True. This is like skill expression, right? His Q shield comes out pretty slowly. Like you have to wait for the cast time when you hit Q, and I think you have to wait for. No, you just have to wait for the cast time. So like Vladimir can if Vladimir and Kassadin walk up to each other, Kassadin will just Q faster than him, and the magic shield won't even matter. But AP ratio going up by 5% literally doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. This does nothing. It's cute though. But more AP ratio on the and the shield goes up by 20 at rank. All right, all ranks. Wow, and the ratio goes up. Wow, that's huge. So this is cool. I like this. Good buff. Not really, but like the 5% AP ratio, right? Like no base damage. Yeah, the 5%. Okay, that doesn't matter. You max his ability. It doesn't matter when you max his ability. It's just the ratio. It doesn't matter. 5% is nothing. But this is huge. Base value and ratio going up. That's cool. This is gonna make because he's pretty weak against even just AP assassins early game. So it's nice to see that he can like fuck them. Cool. Good. Mordekaiser. I was actually looking out for this. I saw this somewhere. A passive move speed. We were talking about this a while ago as well. Passive move speed increase. Now increases at level 6 and 11. Good. That's huge. 9% move speed is crazy. 3% is already a large amount. 9% at level 11. That is crazy because every Mordekaiser will get the level 11 every game, right? That's huge. That's really, really cool. I can't wait to see what that looks like. Wow, there's a lot of Poppy buffs. Oofa. Oofa. Hair looks goofy. That's a lot of numbers on Poppy. We're fortifying both forms of Poppy's R so they feel more like ultimate. Okay. Both forms of Poppy R so they feel like ultimate level abilities befitting a hero. I think Poppy's an insane champion. The fact that she's not played more is criminal. Her R does not need a buff. More W uptime. Also, W cooldown. Okay, I'm just gonna read this. W cooldown reduced. R uncharged knockup duration increased. That's insane. That is insane. Charged missile speed, I guess on her R. And knockback distance increased. Cooldown refund on cancel. Cooldown refund on cancel decrease. Can you cancel Poppy R? Cool. W's the ability she upgrades last. Wow, 4 seconds at all ranks. That is crazy. Early game at like levels 1 to 13, she's still like she doesn't get that much CDR, so she's probably not gonna use it more than once a fight. Well, that's whatever. But like late game, level 18, 12 seconds with a little bit extra CDR from just her items, she might be using this once or twice in a, or like maybe 2 or 3 times in a fight, which is crazy because it's a very high impact of ability. Poppy's a really, really strong champion. She can peel, she can engage, and she can kill. She does a lot of damage. Uncharged knockup duration, 1 second. This practically guarantees a full Q, which at any point in the game does 1,000,000 damage. Charged missile speed, And wow, the knockback distance, I guess minimum knockback distance is up by 1,000. That's cool. I mean, once you get ultied by her late game, or not at any point in the game with the charge up, you're not getting back in the fight, like to a point where it doesn't matter. So whatever. Cooldown refund upon canceled charge. I didn't even know you could cancel it. 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Who cares? Cool, crazy. Poppy, insane champion. There's a crazy buff for her. I don't think she's that bad, and I don't think she needs this. But it's cool that she got it. Make her more popular. Sejuani, frost armor timer now decreases with level. I don't see how this matters. 12 seconds, 12 to 6 seconds. The level's 1 to 18. So like at level 9, where Sejuani's really, really strong, or at level 11, where Sejuani's really, really strong, it's gonna be like 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Sejuani's strength is supposed to be her ruthless engage and capabilities, but her fearsome entrances are too often thwarted by individual poke or shorter fights later in the game. With Jace, Corki being meta, poke champions are really, really popular. So I guess, yeah, she's pretty weak against that, because she only gets her passive armor when like she's the one that does damage. The problem with Sejuani is that her actual, like, for a tank that builds that and tanky, she's a pick champion. She's like Ahri. She dashes in with ulti or Q and picks somebody, because her actual overall CC is piss low. She has like a half a second knock up, if that at all, with her Q, and a long range stun with her ulti. And it's really hard for her to get her passive the proc late game. It's really hard to get her passive the proc. Maybe once or twice. But this is good. This will help her do like some guerrilla warfare stuff. You engage, you pick somebody, and then your re-entry waiting for your passive is going to be shorter. I don't think this does anything. I don't think this does anything at all. I'm almost out of coffee. I'm kind of sad. This is a good cup of coffee. I don't think this does anything. Sejuani is a really unpopular champion for the reasons why I listed earlier. Just poke champions are really meta. She's a pretty short range tank, and anything that she commits to, well, her problem is like the same thing with like Set, right? Except Set has a 2,000 true damage nuke 30 minutes into the game, or AoE nuke. Sejuani's problem is that her actual, she's super tanky, right? She's dumb tanky when everything goes her way, but she's short range. She's predictable. That's Set's problem. She's predictable, but the power trade for her being predictable isn't that much. Like, she doesn't do that much damage late game. Her actual CC is not that crazy, and she's predictable. Like, that's the three things that's holding her back. Oh, and then poke champions are really, really, really good against her, and it's not like Varus poke, right? Like, these are like Corki's AP, so he can get what's it called? He can get Void Staff super early and just absolutely just ruin her life. And Jace builds Serelda's third item every time, and at that point, it doesn't matter how much armor Sejuani builds or like ever. So she just what's meta is good against Sejuani, and she's just not a good champion. That's just how it is. So this, I don't think this buff does anything. Why did I spend so long talking about Sejuani? Soraka. Any Soraka nerf is good. I hate Soraka. I don't think there's a single person on planet Earth who likes Soraka. Even Soraka players are self-hating. We're straightforward tap down at Soraka's mid to late game healing, which is very high right now. Which is especially in longer engagements where she can spam her W. Heal from rank 5, heal level 1, untouched. Heal rank 5, which I think Chad Soraka should max heal second. I think Q max Soraka is Lang Kingdom. It's the way you want to go. I'm doing this. That's my alarm to wake up. I woke up like 5 hours ago because I fell out of my bed. It's 10 o'clock right now in the morning. That's my alarm to wake up. Fuck off. Billy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Soraka nerf good. 5% AP down and 20 healing down. It's a nerf, so her win rate's very technically gonna go down. Like in hedge cases where someone gets away with 1 HP after being healed by Soraka a couple times, like that's not gonna happen as often. But a lot of her healing comes from hitting someone with her Q and then transferring the buff over with her W to her carries or whoever she's Wing. And Moonstone, getting Moonstone. What's it called? Redemption's really strong on her. All these things. What's it called? Ardent Sensor, and then the Mistwater Staff. What is it? What? I don't think it's called Mistwater Staff. The staff that increases AP. This isn't a huge Soraka nerf. I don't think it's gonna change her at all. That's where she gets most of her healing from, is her Q and Moonstone. But this is nice. This is nice. Any Soraka nerf, I'll take it. I'll run with it. Sylas buff. Wow, I'm surprised. That's crazy. Sylas has been weak at all levels of play. I disagree. So it's time to loosen his change. But rather than buffing his lane, we're giving more access to the most exciting creative part of his kit, which should also make him better as a counter pick. His R cooldown's going down. Wow, 100 seconds to 80 seconds level 1 and 30 seconds late game. Sylas just jacks up on CDR, so the 10 seconds down doesn't really do anything late game. He's always going to have it up, but I'll take it. But 20 seconds down level 1. Or like rank 1. That's crazy. I don't think he deserves it, but I'll take it. I'm confused about this Tristana buff. Tristana's lost her scaling identity over time. Incorrect. Or returning some power to her late game. She hasn't lost her scaling identity. It's just that champions that counter her are strong. Like Kai'Sa, who doesn't need to be in the fight that long with her crit build or with her lethality build. With her invulnerability, just counters Tristana engage. Or not like Tristana engage, but just like how the 1v1 goes, right? Tristana can't do anything to Xayah. I think I said Kai'Sa. I meant Xayah. And Jinx is really, really strong. And Zeri doesn't give a shit if she loses lane. What makes her strong is that she builds a bunch of tank or bruiser items and just wails into a team fight. It doesn't matter if Zeri doesn't do damage. When she just starts wailing, AoEing, chain lightning, on hitting, affecting everyone at like a Baron or Dragon Pit. That's where Zeri's OP. And this buff is dog shit. This is terrible. AD growth 0.4. 0.4 per level. Not even a buff at base. At level 18, where everybody one-shots, where Tristana definitely one-shots. Tristana is definitely not meta by missing, what is that, almost 7 AD? Yeah, 115 to 121, and then 0.1, yeah. By missing, the Tristana, like she's getting like 275 gold value from a longsword at level 18. I don't know if people are buffing, whoever's buffing Tristana is on drugs, but Tristana's definitely not meta by missing a longsword. When she's full build, it's like, damn, if I had 7 AD, this champion would be meta. This is dumb. This is so dumb. Whatever, dude. I mean, whatever. This doesn't change who Tristana is at all. This is a dump. This is like the Mundo nerf a couple patches ago, where they nerfed his base AD by like 10 by level, like by getting rid of his AD scaling at level 18. Dude, this does nothing. After Infinity Edge, after Phantom Dancer, after Collector, if she wants to go, after her Mythic, she's not missing 7 AD. Like, whatever. Damn, this is a long ass patch. How long is this video going to be? Am I going to have to edit this? Vel'Koz, Q and W AP ratio. Vel'Koz has been pretty weak. Incorrect. I think he's strong, but he's only good when people are good at him. So we're giving him a big reward for hitting those calculated skill shots. This should help him research his opponents more effectively mid lane or steal more kills as support. Wow. 10% AP on Q. And 5% extra HP or AP on initial magic damage. Okay, well, Vel'Koz gets a lot of AP. He's one of the few champions that will build Rabadabadon second, and nobody would bat an eye. Good. This is definitely more damage. I don't think damage is his problem. But good. I think the only thing that why Vel'Koz isn't meta is because he's hard to play. He's one of the few champions whose base kit is all skill shots. I wouldn't really call his ulti a skill shot, but okay, like he's not popular. It'll help push out mid laners like Victor and whatnot from like late game relevance. Vladimir, base armor increase, missing in pro play and top lane. I didn't really see Vladimir like a day or two ago in a top lane. Yet remained fairly powerful for most players in mid. Boosting his survivability early should let him brawl and sustain more effectively against melee fighters. Base armor up by 4. That's huge. Vladimir gets fucked by anybody who starts D-Blade and has a right-click button. The Sett v Vladimir matchup is miserable. There's no point in the game where Vladimir should lose to a Sett, or a Sett should lose to a Vladimir in a 1v1 situation. This is insane. Maybe with Vladimir Ghost or just kiting Sett around. Wow. 4 armor. I don't think this changes the matchup. Vladimir's cooldowns are dumb long and longer than most fighter cooldowns. But this helps. Maybe like I mean, it's Vladimir just gets ass blasted by just like Jace all in, Sett all in, Darius all in. Any AD champion, Riven, Gangplank. He just like this guy just gets fucked. By the way, no Gangplank nerf. We are way past the Gangplank nerf. Or like in the anyway, okay, good. But like I don't mind a Vladimir buff. Base armor is a good way to buff him into melee matchups because this is definitely his biggest problem. Xayah, base Q base damage decreased late, cooldown increased late. Wow. 20. Damn, that's a lot of damage. Because the second damage is like 50%, right? From the second Q. So that's actually a lot more damage than it looks like. Lethality build has risen the dominance in both pro and solo queue. True. Its poke patterns unfortunately don't offer much counterplay in lane. Also true, since it's max Q first. Also true. We're hitting its rank up incentives to make lethality Xayah a little less appealing. I think Xayah is an insane champion. Before this lethality build, she was constantly low in the tier lists ever, like since her release. I think Xayah is one of the most insane champions in the game, or insane bot laners in the game. Very fun to play, an insane W, high skill ceiling and low skill floor, and a very high impact ultimate. This is a beautiful champion designed by Riot Games. I love Xayah. I didn't really mind her poke build, but this is huge. This is a huge nerf. I don't know if this is going to stop people from building Xayah lethality. But it's definitely going to make her crit attack speed build look a little bit more appealing. So, okay, like I'll see how this goes. I don't think she's broken. I think she's definitely way too popular in pro play. She's like pick ban, right? But okay, we'll see it. This is also another popular champion though. Sejuani isn't strong, right? Because if you pick like a tanked engaged a champion, and the enemy team locks in Jace, Corki, Xayah, you're not playing the game. FF, go next. You're not playing the game. Yeah. Xerath. The Magus Ascendant has been descending throughout all of season 2022. Is he? I don't really see that many. Stun duration though, up. Stun duration increased. Okay. He's all skill shots. He's a scripter champion. It's fine. We're upping the duration at all distances, so he's an opportunity to get an optimal range, as well as make it more satisfying when he snaps from afar. Okay, good. It's like Ahri, right? Like pick champion. Late game, like this is like 2.25 seconds late game. Wow. And it doesn't go, like this is per distance, like level 1E. This is a great buff for Xerath. So if you're a Xerath player, big. I mean, it's only 0.25 seconds, right? But that adds up. Zoe buffs, very cringe. Zoe may actually be very, very old. Riot Games do not say that. Riot Games do not say that. She is a child, and you know she's a child. But she doesn't outgrow mana issues like other mages do. Mana isn't a stat in season 12. Devering, Presence of Mind, Lost Chapter, Cookies. What's the other thing called? Manaful Band. I'm not like calling Riot out. I don't mind if mana isn't really an issue. But just there's too many things in game that you could buy really early to make mana a non-issue. But sure, if you want to buff Zoe's mana costs by 10 at every rank, I don't care. Oh, okay. This is actually okay. Okay. Again, Q and R mana cost decreased. I don't give a shit. These are whatever buffs. This doesn't make Zoe any stronger. That's it for champion buffs. That's not bad. There's just so many buffs. This is the MSI patch. I don't know what the MSI meta is gonna look like. MSI is gonna be crazy. I actually may watch it live. This is gonna be crazy to watch. And then stopwatch. Yeah, we talked about this. Stopwatch will no longer be purchasable if you already own Guardian Angel Lasagna's Hourglass. I hate this change. I hate this item. But I especially hate this change. This was fun, and this was Seal Expressive. You took a huge risk finishing your item. While Stopwatch is an insanely powerful item, and not using it before you finish your item, and then spending the extra 650, that's 3 waves or 2 kill, or that's 6 waves or 2 kills worth of gold that you're buying on just a dead item that you're going to sell later, so you can make a massive power play. This is just nerfing people taking risks in offensive play, and this is punishing just like people willing to take risks. This is dumb. Don't do this. Revert this. That's terrible. It can lead to some pretty jarring game states and all-around awkward moments. Untrue. A rider played against an AP Shaco who Zhonya's twice and mental boomed. That's what happened. That's why this got removed. I hate this. Mythic content. I don't care, but cool. More skins. Prestige Lunar Eclipse Senna. Beautiful. I don't know what that is. Looks like yet. Adjustments to Masterwork milestones. That's Masterwork chests, right? Who cares? Okay, that's not a bad patch. It's a massive. I wish I saw more nerfs. I didn't get any of the nerfs I called for, but whatever. It's a bunch of bug fixes. Don't care about this. Ooh, here are the skins. Lunar Eclipse set. Well, I just opened up my other shit. I'm gonna do that again. Don't care about any of this. Lunar Eclipse Senna, that looks dope. I don't like the headband thing. Aatrox skin, Sun Eater Kale, that explains why neither of these champions have gotten nerfed yet. This looks amazing. Oh my god, no shots. Oh my god, what a prestige skin. Oh my god. Anyway, Solar Eclipse Sejuani, explains why she got a buff. The fuck? Sea-Dog Yasuo, Gangplank the Betrayer. Okay, these are cool skins. Chromas, awesome. Okay, that was patch 12.8. Not bad, and we're in that patch right now. Okay, that was fun. That was a cool patch. That was a huge recording. I didn't know it was gonna take this long. How long have I been recording? 45 minutes. Anyway, yeah, that was it. Not a bad patch. This is the MSI patch. This is what like the international competitive games we'll be playing on. Not bad. Swain rework, don't really this is keep an eye on Swain, keep an eye on Mordekaiser, keep an eye on Poppy, and keep an eye on, there's one more, keep an eye on Xayah. Those are the 4 like big changes that we're gonna see in the meta, I think. Maybe not Mordekaiser, because Mordekaiser is kind of a shit champion, but this is gonna help him just be a terrorist in the side lanes. All right, that's it. Cool. All right, so thank you. I don't know how to do a YouTube outro or intro yet, so I'm just doing this. Thank you. Bye bye.